Hello friends, it's Nancy, back to do the magazine challenge. So today I've been inspired by a recent video by Treasure Books, and so I'll link below. She did a junk mail envelope, window envelope, 10 different ways to use junk mail window envelopes. So I've got a ton of junk mail envelopes. In fact, this one is a big envelope, and I thought this might be fun to use. It's a little wrinkled, but that's okay. So I want to make like a little booklet. So I'm going to start by squaring up this edge and making it look a little neater. And I was thinking, what am I going to do for a window? And I saw this image from the magazine, and I thought, oh, it's like looking in the window of an oven. So I was thinking I could either go this way or this way. I think ultimately I'm going to go this way. Okay. So I'm gonna I wouldn't follow my instructions. Let's just say that right now. I am just going to square this off because it's kind of ripped and rumpled. And I feel like I want to turn this down. Maybe I need to score that. I've got things precariously piled beside me. Because I'm going to make a tag from this, and I want to be able to pull the tag without it getting too messed up. Okay. So how big do I want this? Maybe like that big? Okay. Let's see if I've got a tag template that will fit this. I need something a little bigger. Okay. So this is just a piece of packaging, so I'm going to glue that down. It will be trimmed. Never fear. But before we trim, let's add some paper. Just checking to see if I've got a scrap of something I can use down here. There's always something I can use. There's some tea-dye paper. Okay. All right, now we need to trim this down a bit. That's 3 inches wide. I'm a little low, aren't I? And about 4.5 inches tall. And I'm just clipping those issues those edges right off. I'm going to sew this, so hang tight. Just a minute. I decided I was going to add some fabric to the top as a tab. And I am going to ruffle it.
Move tag inside.
So that's going to make that ruffle appear sort of right in the center of the window. Okay, now I'm going to sew. All right. I know until recently, most of my tag bases were layered book pages. I'd be gluing leftover book pages together to make tag bases, and then I realized, what a waste of glue. And it's been hard for me to keep in supply of glue. Although, I have to say, I have a wonderful friend in Ohio who has kept me stocked up. But it's very expensive to ship, so I I feel badly having to depend on others to ship it for me because I can't travel to the US right now until the border opens back up. This just looked a little crooked. There. And I'm lifting the fabric up so it's a little more roughly. Okay, let's get some ink going on this. Not that anybody's going to see that, but yeah, no. Okay. So we want her to show up just like that. So let me pin her in place. Get a littler pin. So I'm going to fold this just like 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the tag. And I'm going to fold this about 1/8 or 1/4, about 1/8 of an inch from that side. And then we'll fold up the bottom. I might as well continue doing that little 1/4 inch there. Whoops. Okay. First things first, I'm going to glue down there it goes. And clip that because I don't need to have that doubled there, but I need this doubled. Trim this part off. I think I can shorten this. that will go like that. I'm gonna cut just underneath that fold. Okay. Okay. So I can possibly trim that. I left it a tiny bit long, so I'll take another itty bitty boo off. And I'm gonna clip that on an angle. Just want to make sure that's square. Okay. I'm going to clip that at a slight angle and then take this part off. Okay. So then I will glue that down like that. Now let's just make that sure that tag fits still. Oh yeah. I mean, it could even be a little shorter, but I think I'll go with that. Okay. Now let's think about this for a minute. I wouldn't mind making a little booklet. Let's see what we got to work with here. So I'm just going to square off this rumpled edge. This doesn't look very square. Well, it's not terrible. And I could glue that just like that. Make a little booklet. All right, let's do that. Glue you down first. Then you. And now this piece. This is one of those situations where I should have done a prototype first. Okay. All right. Yeah, and my oven door. Now I could add some pages in here. I have paper. What do I have? I have some avocado dyed paper that I tore while I was putting it out. So let's kind of measure. So if we had pages that were 3 by 4 1/4. I think. I'll just cut a 6-inch piece right now. And then fold it in half. And then cut 2 hunks that are 4 1/4. Well, this one's only 4. I'm just squaring this up. Measurement's not really important to me at this point. Okay, I'm going to stitch this in with my sewing machine. grab a pin. I know I always call these pins and they're paper clips. I hope you know that I'm an old dog and can't learn new tricks. Okay. I shall return. Okay. Just trying. Pull that thread through to the front. Doesn't look like it wants to come. So we'll pull it through to the back. Oh, I cut a couple of pieces of leftover paper here. I will put on the inside of each cover. Yeah, I had a good time playing with avocado dye, and I'm really happy with the results. Well, that's 4 3/4. I just want 4 1/4. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. One more in the back. Something I discovered while I was experimenting with my avocado dye. I had made avocado dye one night and wasn't clear whether I was going to be able to use it the next day or not because the weather was unpredictable, and I ended up not being able to use it the next day, so I was worried about it going moldy. So what I did was I added, it was about 1/4 of dye, I guess. I added about 1/4 cup of rubbing alcohol, and I found, and of course this makes perfect sense, that when I did do the dyeing, it dried faster. And that makes perfect sense because alcohol evaporates faster. Okay, so there's my little oven window with a little notebook. And again, we're carrying through that pink and green, aren't we? So that's one piece of ephemera. I kind of want to pull some threads from this too. Let me clear off the desks and we'll start making another mess, okay? Hang on. I changed my mind. I saw we were already at 30 minutes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of embellishing here. I've got this word snippet and it says, "She got what she wanted." And this one says, "As so many women do." Just straightening this up. Let's ink those up a bit. And it can hang over a little bit onto the window. That's fine with me. Distressed and grungy. I'll just ink this up before I cut it apart. Might make it a little easier. A little darker, a little darker. Okay, so that's finishing it up for today. I do hope you'll pop over and take a look at what Catherine's up to, see how she's getting along with her challenge. I will post a link to Treasure Books so you can see the other ideas that she had for window envelopes, and there was some good ones. In fact, I might steal a couple more because I think junk mail envelopes is allowed in this. I'm going to declare it allowed in this challenge. All right, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon.